All right, this is the next tutorial. This tutorial is going to go over the various tools that can be used. I also want to go over other things that you can add in terms of quick reference tools. If you see these blank areas right here in the tool trays, if you left or right click on there, there's a whole set of different options like views. This is a good one to have. And all I did was left click, hold, and grab and set this up here. Um, there's other ones that are here as well, but I don't really go into that. I will post up a list of commands that you can print out or write down on a separate piece of paper and get used to the keyboard commands. I will go ahead and um, let you know what the keyboard commands are, and I want you to get familiar with them. And so right now, this arrow that you see as my cursor, this is the select command. If I left click and hold, I can select anything in Sketchup. And I selected this lady, and that's that command. It's a very useful command in selecting lines and manipulating things and editing things. This is, if you hit the space bar, you automatically get into the select command. The erase tool is the letter E. I can erase. Boom, done. Control Z, undo. Control Y, redo. This is the line command. Hit the letter L. And bam, you can draw lines. And if you're wondering why, letter E. Oh, so also with the erase command, if I left click and hold and go over, I can erase all of that. So let's undo that. Any line I cross, it's going to highlight in blue, and I can erase all of it. So that is really useful if I only want to erase two lines. Control Z to undo. The select command is the spacebar if I want to select this and delete this plane. When you close a geometric figure, you'll get this gray plane. And I'm going to depress and hold my mouse wheel and show you this plane. I'm going to delete it. I selected it and hit delete, and there is no more plane. If I want it back, line tool, erase, and there, it's back. So one little trick that you could use in SketchUp. Arc is the letter A. If I want to create an arc, I can. The rectangle tool is the letter R. Circle tool is the letter C. Polygonal tool, you'll have to come up here and select polygonal. So rectangle. There you go. I just left click and hold, and I go to this point right here, this end point where it says end point, and SketchUp helps you. It helps you in such a way, like we'll go over these axes right here. Let me go ahead and erase this. And so that's that. That's the rectangle. Circle tool is the letter C. And this is the push-pull tool. Push-pull is the letter P. And now I can raise the roof in this. And I'm matching the height of this by going over here. And this is what I mean by how SketchUp can help you out. And what if I don't want to match height? What if I want to match the height of Laura? I guess that's her name. I could do that. I guess I match the height to her sunglasses. There we go. Now we're at Laura's height. So that is the push-pull tool. But let's undo that. This is the offset tool. This is great if you're making walls. The offset tool is the letter F. And I left click and hold, and I can type in a distance. So say if I want 6 inches, I'll type in 6, and bam, it offsets these outer lines 6 inches inwards. And there you go. Now if I want to push-pull walls, bam, I now have a, I don't know, sarcophagus or coffin. I don't know what this is, but you can clearly see that the offset tool can make things a lot easier for yourself. Again, that's the letter F. Type in 6, enter, P for push-pull, and voila. And you might be wondering, like, why is this gray and why is this white? Well, let's back up. Push-pull. Actually, I can do this. Select that, and I can reverse faces. Right click on it and reverse faces. Bam, that turns white. Reverse faces. And so this is how the outside is supposed to look. So if I push-pull on this, there we go. Our offset, let's offset this 6 inches, 6, enter. P for push-pull. Yeah, there we go. P for push-pull. There we go. Now, does it really matter that you reverse the faces? No, it doesn't, because you can go over here, use materials, and paint this whatever you want. So we'll get there. So that was offset. The move tool. Move tool's great. I love the move tool. So the letter M for move. I would hit the space bar, select everything first that you want to move, hit move, the letter M, and I want to move from this center. So I move to one of these edges where it says endpoint in green, and then I see that blue dot, and I just try, and there you go. Boom, I grabbed it, and now I can move this wherever I want. Let's say I want to make copies. Look down here where it says Control, and now I can make copies. And I could specify a distance. So say if I want this 10 feet apart from the center, I'll type in 10 feet. So 10 apostrophe, enter. And there you go. I have a copy of that circle 10 feet apart. Now let's say I want 5 more copies of that. I could hit 5x, and bam, I have 5 copies of that. How is that useful? Well, I can also copy things. Move. Control. Let's say this is 10 feet. And let's say this is 20 times. And now I have a 20-story building, potentially. So I'm just using the line command. And there you go. And you can see how you can build easily. There you go. I could even take this whole building. Oh, let's just say I didn't want this. I could hold Shift, select it again. So I use the select command to select all of this. And that was a spacebar. Hold Shift, deselect her, hit move, and I can move this, hit Control, and 10 times. Bam. Now I have this funky building. There you go. That's the move command. So this is the rotate command. The rotate command is the letter Q. And let me show you how this works. So I'm going to make a rectangle and I'm going to push pull it. So R for the letter for the rectangle command, P for push pull, and then Q for rectangle. Now I want to select this whole thing. There's the letter Q. I want to grab this in the middle, so let me draw a line from here to here. And now let me reselect Q, and what I can do is I can select the midpoint from here. So you have endpoints and midpoints. I know that if I was to grab this, and you see how this line right here turned red? This is on the red axis. We'll get to that. And this is on the green axis. And this allows you how to do to draft orthogonally. So let's do this again. So let me grab this from the midpoint, and I'm going to grab this from this endpoint. And so I want to turn this way. And there you go. Now, what if I wanted to take this and do an array? Well, I can grab from here, go here, hit Control, and I can say, all right, well, let's do 45 degrees. There you go. Times, 10 times. Voila. I just did an array of that one little building. And so that is pretty much how you can use that. The rotate command. So you can use it to rotate things, and not just rotate things from the top. You can rotate things. Well, let's get a little crazy here. I can grab this and rotate like that. Or I can grab from here. Oop. Yeah, it really depends on what I select. If you want to select the whole thing, you're going to have to select the whole thing. So that's that. This is the scale command. Let's undo this. Let's just say I want to make this either larger or smaller. So let me select this whole thing, scale, and now I can make this taller, wider. You can do some funky stuff with this, and I encourage you to get a little funky. Now look. So this is the scale command. These are tape measure, so if you want to measure the distance from here to here, it'll tell you the distance. You'll see the length on the bottom right-hand corner says 21 feet, 8 inches, 8 3/16 inches, right over here. So, yeah, now it says something different. This is a text if you want to actually draw a text table. Paint bucket, if you want to paint something with a material, you can go to the materials and they're all right here. Like if I wanted concrete, do this last. If you do this from the jump, what is going to happen is your system will bog down. And do not do this right off the bat. I am telling you from experience because my computers have crashed. So wait till the very end to make things beautiful with colors, with these different materials. We got bricks. Oh, I don't know what this is. What did I just do? Oh, right here, brick cladding and siding. You know, metals, different metals, mirrors and glass. And this is kind of cool because you can see through, translucent. So like now I can see through my building. And if I go through this, make that glass. Anyway, you get the point. So that's that. Again, wait till last. If you tell me your computer crashed because, and I'm going to ask you, do you have all your materials up? It's on you. All right, this is orbit. Again, you just push your mouse wheel down and you can orbit. The hand tool is the letter H, and you're just moving it like this. And it's not zoom in and zoom out. Zoom in and zoom out, it's the wheel. Hand, you are kind of in the same scale, but you're just sliding things over from left to right, up and down, diagonally, wherever you want it to go. That's what that is. 3D warehouse, I kind of already showed you that in the last video. Extension warehouse, we'll get to that in another video, but that is the tools for now. Oh, here's the views. Here's the views. Here's the ISO view. Here's the top view. And these are quick to have. So you don't have to adjust things using your mouse wheel really quick. So I like having this. And then let's see what else. That's the 3D warehouse, share model, extension warehouse. This is add geolocation. These are component options and attributes. That's for advanced stuff. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for this video. Next video, I'm going to show you some more things.